My name is Algimantas. I represent Creator, the Paradise Trinity I am, on into this planet as his ambassador and apostle of Master Creator's Son, who has bestowed himself on our planet as Jesus of Nazareth and his partner, Creator daughter Nebuchadnezzar. I set up the living religion of revelation named after Creator, the Paradise Trinity I am, and the living temple, the Paradise Trinity I am. I've just finished leading the worship service of Creator at our temple. Today we have interconnected through Skype. I said my teaching in my native language, Lithuanian, during the worship service. While this teaching in English, I present right now being indoors at my house, in my house, and sometimes I do it outdoors in the nature or in the city. I enjoy Lithuanian folk music companies, and yesterday I heard a song that was asking why the youth is so short on the path of life. That's one question. It's a rhetoric question, as there is no answer to it. And the other question was why love doesn't get old. There is no answer to this question either. No philosophers discuss this issue, no politicians, no teachers do pay attention to these issues. Well, in general, there are no philosophers in contemporary world. They are just speaking out different philosophies, but they are not philosophers themselves, because a philosopher is the person who first generates certain ideas and then promotes them to the society. And first of all, he lives according to these ideas himself, so that he would prove by his experience that they are true. They are true to life and in reality. So that's why I will try to give my response to these two questions. Why the youth lasts so short on the path of life? Well, for me, this is an irrelevant question. The youth, what is the youth as a phenomenon? Everyone has a spiritual personality, which is an eternal gift by Creator. Creator is the source and center of eternity. So all the gifts of Creator and by Creator are eternal. And our personality is also eternal. It has no youth. It has no old state of personality. personality is changeless, like the Creator himself. What is changing are the manifestations of Creator within his creation. And what is changing in our personality is the identity of this personality. The personality as Creator's gift is our person. Our person is one and the same throughout eternity, provided that this personality is doing Creator's will, the will of the source and center of all eternity. But our personality, as bestowed by Creator, has all eternal potentials. And Creator has designed, according to his evolution and according to his evolutionary plan, that each personality should turn the potentials, eternal potentials, into the actuals, into the real manifestation of the personality identity in this or that place and time, or even in eternity. And eternity is only on Paradise, on the dwelling abode of Creator himself, that is in the very middle of the whole of creation. Everything, all universes are circling around Paradise. Paradise is static. It's not moving, it's not changing. Everything is changing in respect to Paradise, in other worlds, in other universes. So our personality is changeless. This very same person at the beginning, when we are born, and actually I will tell you even more. When the male seed fertilizes the woman's egg, this is the birth of personality. There is no any being yet, but the personality is already bestowed by Creator on this person that is to be born as a helpless baby out of the material woman's womb. So personality shall be the same throughout the whole of eternity if this person is happy to do Creator's will, just to work for the well-being of the whole of creation, of the whole of Creator's family, of all the universes, starting with this world that is operating for the well-being of the whole of humanity. And every experience, every twist of say, thought is already generating a different experience of that personality's identity, because everything is living in a living system. And changing is also a movement. And our identity is changing all the time because we acquire new experiences. We accumulate a lot of subconscious information without even sensing this accumulation. We do study some materials, and this is also accumulating into our subconsciousness. And this impacts our personality identity. And once someone regrets that the youth lasts so short, so why on the road of life, on the path of life, the youth is so short? You don't even care for that very short segment of life on this planet, which is the initial planet for us on the way to paradise, to Creator Himself, to our native home. And this is eternity, like I've just told you. So what does it mean, this short, by a human understanding, stage of man's development as the youth period? It's insignificant from the perspective of eternity. Even the mortal life extending, if for 100 years or beyond this mystical line, is considered to be a very lengthy life. But if we say discover Creator within and live every day the way Creator is leading us from within, this body can be sustained for hundreds of years even on this planet, this material form of our spiritual personality. But in this case, we have to do good deeds for the well-being of the whole of humanity and Creator Himself. Because spirit is dominant against the matter. The matter, this outer form, has to be controlled by the spirit indwelling this matter, this flesh. So once you are in a permanent communion with Creator, your material cell reacts to the vibrations being sent by the central nerve system to this very cell. And that's all over the whole body. Everything depends upon your spiritual state of consciousness. How deep and sincere are your approaches to Creator and communion with Creator Himself? In this case, the deeper and the more sincere is the communion with Creator, the higher frequency vibrations you are simply drinking as a living water from Creator. And this is nourishing the living material cell of this body, nourishing, sustaining it, and upholding it, that it would operate according to the Creator rhythm. Creator rhythm is the only way for having an extended life on this planet, and for the personality to turn all potentials into the actuals in any part of the creation. So that's why even this life might last for 200-300 years, 400, 500, 600 years, if you devote your efforts to doing Creator's will and operating together with Creator as co-creator, and at the same time, the way He is leading you from within. You should feel the leading, but But this, you have to discover Creator within. And you might do it if you have a spiritual teacher. Now I started training spiritual teachers as I receive teaching right and directly from Creator. I publish books of Creator teachings. So this is my speculation on the youth and why it is so short on the path of life. The other question is, why doesn't love get old? How can love turn into getting old? In this case, it is impossible, because love is not the phenomenon created by humans. Love is coming out of the source and center of love, which is nobody else but Creator himself. He is bestowing love upon each of his sons and daughters, irrespective whether or not they are humans or souls or spirits. It depends upon the frequency of the vibrations the human or the soul or the spirit is drinking from Creator himself. So the higher the frequency, the more love this person is experiencing within. It is only humans talk about love, but it should be much more true to talk about the higher frequency vibrations, because once we're resurrected and once we proceed in the stage of the soul development of our personality identity, then pass through the local universe, which is the realm of our Master Creator Son, Jesus, and his partner, Creator Daughter, Nebudonia, and then they will tell us farewell, and we shall proceed to the super universe level of our identity development of our this very same personality on the way to paradise. So we would be talking about an ever increasing frequency of Creator's vibrations we are experiencing within and radiating out of us to the environment. Whatever we will be doing, we will be radiating these higher frequency vibrations to those whom we will be working with and to the ambience. So the term love is only, given to humans because they relate this love to the people who are very close to one another, who feel this sensation of, say, tenderness, of gentleness, and desire to help them in any situation, to associate with, to work together, to live together. And then when the family comes to life and the offspring appear, so of course then the relationship within the family is the closest, and the near and sincere relations make them feel at ease. They desire this peace and understanding, especially when the parents are loving their children. And of course, children, while growing, they are feeling this sensation because the vibrations are of a high frequency. So that's why parents are saying, well, I love you, and little kid begins to realize that this sensation is being caused by these assertions of love by the lips of their father or mother. So gradually they get accustomed to these words and they repeat these very same words to others whom they might be coming across already when grown up, and they have a certain relationship of affection. But all the same, in reality, it is the higher frequency of vibrations being felt within this person. So that's why love as a phenomenon on our world denotes, without any doubt, higher frequency vibrations being experienced by the people who experience this sensation, or by those who read about these sensations in some articles, and they know already that love, there is such a phenomenon, but no one can understand the origin of love. The origin is the frequency getting into a higher frequency, vibrations getting into a higher frequency, and they're coming at the top frequency out of Creator, the source and center of all energy. But for us, it's more simple to communicate this sort of understanding. We're saying the source and center of love is Creator Himself. But that is a little bit distortion of reality, because reality is made up of vibrations, and they differ in frequencies, in different segments of creation. And even our personality identity also, while changing and maturing and getting ever more spiritualized and educated, spiritually enlightened, the vibrations are reaching a higher frequency. And once you communicate with Creator and commune with Him sincerely, and after some time, it might happen so that you shall be born out of spirit. Even within this body, material body, you will become that personality, the identity of which shall experience that high frequency of vibrations that all your vices evaporate at once, without trying to pick them up and in a way to kill them by some methods, exercising or practices. No, they will evaporate at once without any efforts on your personal part. That is, you are free from fear, from anger, from irritation, from envy, jealousy. You are not striving for popularity or power anywhere within the family or in any field you are operating, even in different competitions, games, in politics, in business. You want to do good to others. This is the core and the essence of the personality, to do good for the well-being of the whole of creation, and in our world for the well-being of the whole of humanity. So love is eternal. It cannot get old, because vibrations are coming from Creator, who is the source and center of eternity. And his vibrations are eternal. And the frequency is also beyond any limit. Even within, well, we are already on paradise, and within eternity, we shall be also raising these vibration frequencies to ever higher levels, and it shall never stop. As evolution, once started by Creator, cannot be stopped. Never.